Hey guys, Deadpool 25
and Archer 9234
with episode 20. Surprisingly, our 20th episode of Injury Review. Today we have the ever popular Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Titanus,
the Carrier Zord. I didn't think we make it to 20 episodes. I thought we just died like last time.
Today's the 20th episode of part 2.
So I bought something special.
Now
you notice that, gee, the box is in nice condition, and gee, that Titanus looks brand new. That's because it was brand new. 3 weeks prior to recording this episode, I was able to locate and purchase a mint in box, sealed mint in box, first version Titanus that included not only the chains,
the rare and valuable chains,
also the included rare sleds.
As you guys know, Archie didn't put on the sticker sheet because he's going to repopulate with Titanus to make it look like King Brachion.
Speaking of the stickers, that was the main and most known alteration to Titanus was the stickers.
Other than that, we have the chromeness, which is really good.
Yeah.
Everything's chrome. The legs are chrome, the chest piece is chrome, everything's chrome. We kept the same thing in the exact
same paint scheme, same mold. The mold is the same all the way to the Japanese logo on the bottom of the
bottom of the compartment where you put the batteries in, it actually says Kyoryu Sentai Zoo Ranger, the logo of
it says Deluxe King Brachion.
Yeah, so that was actually shocking to see. I didn't notice that until I found out. I was like wondering, Titanus actually had that? And I noticed every Titanus that you have bought had this. Now the Titanus, of course, the only vulnerability is it rolls and his mouth does open.
Mm-hmm. He is motorized, so when you put batteries in and turn them on, his feet will move forward, and same thing when you have him in Ultra Zord or Cannon mode.
Or whatever mode you put it in.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, Titanus is actually the first mecha that was motorized. The other ones that we are known for is the Battle Fleet Megazord, the Manticore Megazord, and the Mezzodon Megazord from Power Rangers Down Thunder. Each of them were all motorized. Funny thing about Titanus is that
it's the fastest one.
And it's actually the biggest one. When we open the compartment, it literally is just blank.
You can pretty much put almost every Megazord.
You can put you can actually put the Magic King in there. You can put the
Magic King in there. You can put the
you can put a lot of things in there.
Anything that's smaller than the original Megazord.
But of course,
certain ones won't fit like
the Mezzodon. But I mean, you can put in a small Megazord like the Time Force Megazord, the Thundersaurus Megazord, the Dino Megazord. A lot of them can fit on this because this is just a lump of brick plastic.
There are actually 4 versions of Titanus released across 5 years. One was the original release that contained the one I have that contained the harness pieces, and the chain. The second release was when BOA removed the chain and the harness, and then the third release was the Return of Titanus, which gave the chains back, removed the harness, and gave the chest piece of the Dragon Zord modified. Now the fourth and final alteration was the Titanus that was released in the space line that had no head.
Yeah, that was
hooked up with Mega Voyager. That was completely made for us. Even though Japan actually designed it, it was only made specifically for us. And it's actually expensive to get it actually because people actually want to get it.
Because it was rare. No one cares. Like when you look at Space Titanus, you're like, what is this? That's all you're gonna say.
It's a mess.
It doesn't even look Titanus out. It looks like a spaceship on a tank. That's all it looks like to me. But other than that, that's actually about it. What's funny about the Titanus is that in the UK it was called Titanos. Yeah. The U was changed to O.
Oh, that's how you can tell.
You didn't have the Mighty Morphin on the logo either.
Yeah, it's just a purple background.
They omitted it. That was
now there are two other alterations. The first one is the actual chain type. Originally, King Brachion had a gold chain type that looked like a traditional chain with rectangular hookups. They changed it to a silver one with spiral hookups. The final alteration is actually the holding area's compartment cover. Originally on King Brachion, these compartment cover slots weren't painted in gold, but on Titanus they added them gold. Astute fans may also notice on the Titanus box and Dragon Zord box, BOA is actually using Dragon Caesar, Daijujin, and King Brachion in the photography. On the back part showing attack mode and carrier mode, the back plate is actually not painted. And on the side that shows Ultra Zord, you see the gold chain and Dragon Caesar stickers on the chest piece. Alright, here's King Tanker. This is his one of the 3 sub-modes that he actually has. This one actually, he's basically an Ultra Zord formation, and he can attack villains without any of the other ones inside the compartment. There's a sub-version of it where his front and his inside compartment is closed and he has his chest piece on, but he can still use the guns. There's a third one that wasn't shown on MMPR where it has Daijujin in the compartment with the back cover removed, and he does a jumping move and slices the people with the sword.
That was actually shown in Zoomy only, so.
And it only lasted for 5 seconds.
5 seconds of a clip. So nice.
That's why it was cut from MMPR. Now, in this mode, there's a common problem that people constantly forget about. They always forget to lower the head.
Yeah, a lot of times we have people like this.
Or leave it up in the standard mode where this groove over here is where the head's supposed to go down to. You're supposed to have the head all the way down in order to form Ultra Zord.
Now, the thing about the Titanus is that a lot of people complain about it because of the fact it's huge and it's big and it's expensive. It's expensive for the reason that it is just a piece of plastic that you can just motorize. That's the only reason why.
I know, people would like, well, why is it so expensive when most of it's empty?
Because this was actually a motorized toy. It wasn't like, hey, I'm just gonna roll around with. No, it actually wasn't motorized. Now there are some minor malfunctions that I really don't like about it. Specifically is the claws. They're not really designed for the
Yeah, the problem is that when it's when you turn on the motorized function
and it's clipped onto the wheel.
Yeah, the properly clipped onto it. What happens is the clips that connected to the Mastodon's arms for Ultra Zord formation, they bang into the wheels when it goes to the lower point of the movement, and it scratches your tires.
So you can see like Ultra has some scratched tires over here. It's because of that.
Yeah, so in order to actually properly, without damaging your tires, to loosely connect it so they don't touch or don't move it at all.
That's the only way you really cannot damage the wheels. The wheels are rubber, just to let you guys know, they are rubber wheels. So
they do get dusty.
Yes, they do.
Because they're rubber.
Because they are rubber. Now, the main problem about Titanus is that a lot of pieces get lost. It's mainly the cannons, the head,
or the chest piece.
And especially the chains and the sleds. Here's another thing that a lot of people have problems with. Titanus can yellow. Yes, it can.
Yeah, he's very susceptible to yellow. Same goes for One Tiger.
Yeah, since they are pure white, it's really easy to yellow them. Because due to the fact that people were stupid, they put it in the sun, they played it outside.
But also it could yellow even by itself. You have like a 50-50 chance of it yellowing. Even in the box. My Titanus could have been yellowed after 17 years of being in storage.
But other than that, the Titanus is an absolute must-have toy for any PR fan, especially in the old series. Now, the Titanus is coming out again for the new remaster MMPR. The funny thing is that it is not this Titanus that you see. What's funny is that the box that was shown at Toy Fair this year at Toy Fair, it's a Titanus box, but it has a kid holding the Titanus, the real Titanus, the original 1993 one. But the newer version, the compartment is a mix and match base. It's the same Titanus.
It's smaller.
It's stiffer. The head looks like it's really not like that.
And it uses a cheaper plastic.
And it's just the mix and morph Rangers. What it is that they're just little figurines that you can just swap bodies with. And what it does is that you open it up, split the figurine up, and put it in a different body. That's it.
It also fits the original Megazord, but it works completely different. It doesn't function the same way. It has no motor function.
Well, from looking at it, no, it doesn't have any.
The only redeeming factor from the re-releases is that they have the show accurate sticker.
So it's not bad. Now the chest piece, it actually is supposed to go on the Megazord's chest. I know a lot of people do not actually do that. They actually put it differently.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It goes on the chest.
It even shows in the show. It goes on the chest piece, like right here.
Also the other common problem that people incorrectly use is how the chains function.
Yes, I noticed that in videos, a lot of people don't know how to use the chains at all.
Even on the box here, when they show Ultra Zord, the chains are in the wrong spot. The way the chains function is that when it's in Ultra Zord mode, the chains connect to the sides over here, then connect to the hands. Everyone either has the chains somewhere else, not used, hanging from his neck, or connected to his neck to the hands. Everyone constantly puts it in the wrong spot.
You may be also wondering why the chains are never visible in the show until they go into Ultra Zord formation. That's because in the production sketches, the chains are actually stored inside the holding bay, while on the toy, Their default position is the neck.
So you're wondering now, what do the sleds do for the Titanus? Well, the sleds are a valuable piece because they actually tow the Megazord.
Yeah. Japan originally designed it for an emergency system so that just in case if Daijujin was actually defeated in a fight, he reverses back into tank mode, and then King Brachion hooks up the sleds and tows them out of battle. That's where the chains and harnesses go. This mode was not shown in MMPR or Jew Rangers. It was just a concept that was in the original artwork, but not shown.
These sleds
are used for that mode.
Other than that, they're actually pretty rare to find too, because one...
Most people threw them out.
Yeah, they're like wondering, we don't need this. Yes, you actually do. If I noticed that back in the days, if people saw Titanus, they'd be like wondering,
what do these do?
What do these do? They actually hook up. If you watch Blue Ranger and you knew, then yes. If you didn't, then
you had to guess what they did. Basically, yellow connects to the rear connectors, and blue's the Triceratops' black front feet connect to the middle connector.
So Archer actually having these was actually extremely good.
If you're lucky, the harnesses can go even higher than the actual Titanus itself.
Yeah, because due to the fact that these were only made for Titanus, and when the Return came out, no one had them. So
they were removed from really on. So it's extremely rare to find them.
But so that's it for the Titanus, the King Brachion. Join us next Saturday for episode 21 of the review. Become subscribed. See you next time. Oh, you mean like how you died? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I didn't think the show was...
You failed! That's all I'm going to say. But,
I was like, who's going to care about this? Just do it 3 times. No one's going to care. Oh, yeah.
500 unsubscribers. I'd like to thank you guys for the subscribers we have both on my Deca Blue channel and on our new channel review. Another feature is that there's actually cardboard in the
feet. The back feet.
You guys can't notice it, but...
If you know how to remove the feet, there's actually cardboard holding it in place.
So that's actually like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that. It's weird that they would have cardboard in a plastic toy, but I guess it's just there to reinforce it.